You don't start with your passion, but it doesn't mean that you need to completely forfeit it and just let go of it. You mentioned, if it's in line with your person. How do you define your person?
Great. So I think, maybe because of, I believe that we are all unique in our ways, right? And we all have like our different areas of strengths, right? So, for example, you might take a quick personality test to identify the kind of person that you are. I remember, like, maybe I'll, give a little bit of a backstory, to how I got really rooted in this concept of your person. So I have a bachelor's degree in accounting and finance. I have a master's degree in accounting and finance as well. I wanted to become an investment banker. That was my dream. You know what I'm saying? I had lots of movies. Wolf of Wall Street. It looked so cool. The suits, don't get me started.
I know.
They look great. But I started working in accounting and finance, and I absolutely hated it. I was miserable, right? So then I took a step back and said, okay, wait a minute. Let's analyze this, because I was not having a good career path. I was not great at my job. I could do it, but it just seemed so not for me, right? So what I did was I took a step back and I just started identifying, okay, what are the things that come to me naturally? And that's what I want people to ask themselves in terms of like discovering like what aligns with their person. What are the things that comes to you naturally that doesn't come to others as naturally? So for example, one of the things for me, for folks who had schooled with me were a number of things. One was just the art of communication. You see that guy who would, in an MBA program, who would always want to do the presentations. That was me. Because for me, it came so naturally. I needed little to no prep time to kill a presentation, to be quite honest. As long as I knew exactly what I was doing, what I was talking about, and I understood the material, I could kill it any moment. For me, that came to me naturally. I'm a natural speaker, right? That doesn't come naturally to everybody.
That's true.
For you, it might be you're great at numbers. You love your Excel spreadsheets. Great job. It's you. You know what I'm saying? For me, that wasn't me. So one for me was communication. The other part about me was I started noticing trends in myself. I was very curious. I could ask like the most stupid questions. Why is the wall white? Why not? Why did they paint this wall white and not black? Why is the road tar black? Why didn't they choose a different color like red? Just me driving and asking those questions was another thing I noticed about myself. And then the third thing was I noticed that I was extremely keen about improving processes, right? Just naturally in my home, how we do things. Oh, babe, how can we streamline this thing? How can we do that? So for me, my three pillars then became curiosity, communication, and three C's. I've forgotten the third C. My mind is blanking right now. I just came back from playing golf. Anyway. So there were three things. The third aspect really deals with like logical thinking. So for me, I knew that was my person. And so I started to look for roles that aligned with my person, that allowed those things to flow naturally within me. I knew that was where I was going to get my sweet spots, right? So in terms of, finding that, in terms of finding your person, you might go through like a personality test, which is absolutely fine as well. That will give you great ideas. For me, I'm just I like to think I'm a good thinker. Like I like to sit down and just think about weird things sometimes. So that's how I came about that introspection and finding who I was as a person.